Um, I thank very much the press for coming today to this press conference. I was on a 5-day tour of Kenya. During my visit, I met several members of the Somali community in Kenya, political leaders, business leaders, religious leaders, women leaders, and youth from diverse backgrounds, and also some political leaders from Somalia and its regional states, some even from Somaliland, from Puntland, from Galmudug region, from Southwest, and from Jubaland. And the theme was, in all those meetings, promotion of peace, brotherliness and fraternity among the Horn of African community, and especially how to create peace in the Somali community that's extended all over the Horn of Africa, and also other neighborly people, both in Kenya and in Ethiopia, in Djibouti and in Eritrea. And it has been very successful, and we have some common understanding of the situation. And we understood that, the best way forward is through dialogue, through negotiation, and through peaceful and understanding. Furthermore, what we saw is that justice, respect for each other, and mutual, addressing for concerns is a way forward. The Horn of Africa has been for quite a while a region of conflict, a region of instability, and a region of economic stagnation. And we believe that the Horn of Africa is the richest part of Africa, and cooperation, understanding, respect of each other, and will enhance the well-being of all people in the Horn of Africa, all stakeholders. And we promote that as an ONLF. We believe in peace. And also in the Nairobi, the community hosted me a huge rally at Sir Ali Muslim Club, where thousands attended. Among my message was the respect of self-determination of all nations in Ethiopia, and also in other parts of the region, strengthening of the kind of, for example, national federal arrangement in Ethiopia, which the people of Ethiopia have fought, all nations in Ethiopia has fought for their right of self-determination, which has been expressed through these national self-governments. And what is needed, more devolution, even going further to confederation if need be. But it's very important that we don't go back to that old history of fighting. We need to move forward. We need to go beyond the current stagnation in the Ethiopian politics. We need to be democratic. We don't need any more, hegemonic, arrangements. We need real democratic institutions where everyone has a right. And in addition, we have called for a free and fair election in Ethiopia, free economic integration, and promotion of peace building effort by all stakeholders, including the international community. And I also held, several media engagement, both with the Kenyan media and the international media. Ethiopia and the Somali region is at crossroads, especially the Somali region. The upcoming elections will be a litmus test that will determine the future that Ethiopia will take. I'm urging the federal government, all political forces in Ethiopia, and the international community to have a keen eye, to take a keen eye and make extra effort to ensure that the current drive to a genuine democratic transformation stays on course, and free and fair election be held on time, and be it transparent, just, and that no one should feel left out. I would also like to welcome you all to this and clarify a few questions. The issue of peace building, the peace agreement between ONLF and the Ethiopian government, which ended a very, very bloody war that caused the loss of life of countless lives, including economic destruction, and and respect of human rights, which involved all stakeholders, was actually very successful. This peace process was facilitated by many countries which have their good offices, offered funding, some offered mediation, like the Kenyan government, the Switzerland government, the UK government, the German government actually invested heavily in the peace process. And finally, the good offices of the Eritrean government succeeded in actually brokering a deal, a peace agreement between the Ethiopian government and ONLF. We are all grateful to all those governments, to all the individuals, to the facilitation team in Kenya, to the facilitation team in Asmara, who took part in this peace process. And we feel it's one of the successful stories in the Horn of Africa for quite a while. ONLF is very, very much, committed to keeping that peace, to take also part in stability in the Horn of Africa, to encourage, peaceful resolution of all conflicts within Ethiopia, between communities, between Somalis and Oromos, Afars, even we are ready to offer our good offices to other conflicts in Amhara region, in other southern regions. We believe that negotiations and understanding of each other, dialogue is a way forward to solve conflicts. The era of gunship has finished. We may have big differences, whether with the federal government, regional government, whether within individual communities, but we believe dialogue and understanding will bring peace, prosperity for all concerned. And in my visit to Nairobi, one reason I came, the main reason was to participate in the Rift Valley Symposium on peace processes, local peace processes in the Horn of Africa and the wider central regions, where it reiterated the challenge we are facing and the success we have reached, and we exchanged experiences with other, similar, area conflict from South Sudan, from Congo, and from even as far as, other parts of the world. And it was a very successful meeting, and we actually gained a lot of insight into what similar situations are all over the place. Peace building is very challenging. It involves a lot of efforts. We have not yet reached our target. Still, the integration of our liberation army, our combatants, either from the organization and the victims of war, have not been properly addressed. We are still in negotiation with the Ethiopian government, federal government, and we hope that process goes further, and the joint committees, both at the regional and at the federal level, be invigorated. And we believe the Ethiopian government also has taken a positive role in ensuring that the part of the deal is successful. ONLF has fully, meet all its obligations toward the peace process, and we hope the Ethiopian federal government complete its side of the bargain. And in general, the Somali region is very peaceful, and the Somali people are very, very satisfied with the peace agreement. There are issues which was part of the agreement, like the root cause of the conflict initially, including resources, including borders, including the right of people to exercise their self-determination through electing their own leaders. All those issues still are on the table, and the negotiations, as we agreed, will continue. It's a continuous process. We will engage the Ethiopian government at federal level, and we will also engage at the regional level, which have got a lot of common understanding and some issues we need to resolve. And peace can be built by all sides. No single-sided peace will not last very long. So we hope all stakeholders involved in that peace to give fair and fair effort. And the elections, ONLF is preparing to participate in the elections now that we have received the certificate as a political party. And although the election time and campaigning has not yet started, but we hope that those elections will be fair, they will be credible, will be impartial. One of the challenges is the media. For example, in the Somali region, we don't have a fair media. There is only one national TV, regional TV, and one FM. It's in the hands of the ruling party and the regional government. We don't get a fair share. The political agreement which the NEBE, the National Election Board, has decided was that all media should be a national media open to all parties, and we hope those will be opened up. And so far, it's not fair, and we hope that will change. Actually, when you go to Addis Ababa, the national media, including the Ethiopian broadcasting services, they cater to all political parties. They give their different views, but unfortunately, in our region, that has not yet trickled down, and we hope that will change soon. So, for have a very, very democratic institutions and democratic polity, the media is the key. We invite also international media and also the local media and the national media in Ethiopia to give enough coverage to what's happening in the Somali region and to open offices and to come there, because without a free media, there's no democracy. One key ingredient of a democracy is a free media. So we encourage, the regional administration to open up the media and allow the exercise to the expression of opinion from all sides and all stakeholders, including civil society, including the people, intellectuals, students, and also political parties. And we believe the Horn of African region is very lagging behind when you look at other African regions, the southern regions, or the western regions, or the north, the Horn of Africa is highly underdeveloped. And the only way to move forward is that we have to actually dismantle the defunct, all borders left behind by the old colonialism, and make them invisible, and open our borders to trade, to integration, to free movement. And we encourage that very much. But in order to get that and that to happen, all stakeholders must be involved, and the benefit from that effort must be fair, must be just, and must be in transparent manner, and all has to benefit, all communities in the Horn of Africa, whether within states or within other, intra-state or interstates. That's very important, but it should be very fair, it should be transparent, it should be geared toward benefiting everyone, and no one should hegemonize that process. It should be, that comes from the grassroots. And what we believe is there's a great opportunity, the great wealth in the Horn of Africa, and the Horn of African people are suffering. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of our youth are ending up in the Mediterranean Sea or the Red Sea, while we have got big resources underground, while we have got big agricultural lands, livestock, minerals, big trade, big populations. But the reason why all this was never utilized is because of the bigotry and hegemonic ideas that was circulating from the elites in the North of Africa. We did not respect each other. We tried to hegemonize each other. Some nations try to actually dominate other nations. The smallest nations in the Horn of Africa and the biggest can prosper only when we respect each other, when we see eye to eye. So that's what we believe, and our message is very clear. Our message is for peace, for fraternity, for understanding, for justice, and that's the message of ONLF. Thank you very much.